concept of transactional analysis is given by Eric Berne. He developed the concept and the paradigm of transactional analysis in late 1950s. The system of popular psychology based on the idea that one's behavior and social relationship reflect an interchange between the parental, which is critical and nurturing, adult, rational, and childlike, intuitive and dependent aspects of the personality established in early in the life. So according to Eric Berne, we in early life, means in childhood, especially up to the age of 5 years, we develop certain tendencies in our personality, right? Due to the behavior, due to the atmosphere we get, due to the situations we get, right? We are unaware, we don't remember the situations, but that impressions of the situations is on our mind, and that develops our psychological personality, psychological state, right? So there are three kinds of psychological states according to Eric Berne. First is the parental ego state, parental mindset, whereas the second is the adult ego state or rational ego state, where you are thinking, you are logical. Third is the childlike or the child ego state, where you are dependent and reactive in nature. So transactional analysis, what we study in transactional analysis is like you have financial transactions. In the similar manner, you have transactions in communications as well. You say something and in return you get something. So these are the transactions ultimately. You ask someone and they give you certain reactions. These are the transactions, right? So people in different state of mind, they react and they transact or communicate with each other according to Eric Berne, right? So if they are complementary to each other, if transactions are uh, in the same state of mind, then the chances of conflicts are reduced. But if they are in the different state of mind, the chances of conflicts is higher, right? Let's take the types of transactions. Like first is the complementary transaction, right? When I have asked something in adult state of mind, means in rational way, and I am getting the answer in the rational way as well, this is known as the complementary transaction. Let's take the example, like I asked someone from your class that why you were late in the class, and you I got the answer. This was a logical transaction I made. Logical answer, logical question was there, that why you were late, I wanted to know the reason. And in return, if I get to know the reason, that is a adult transaction or rational transaction, so means this is complementary. But in return, if I got to know that person, the student is saying why I tell you, it's my life, I can come late to the class as well. So what do you call this kind of response? I simply ask why you were late in a rational manner, in a logical manner. I get to know, I get a response that why should I tell you? What kind of response I am getting? Anyone? What kind of response I am getting? Isn't it the childlike? Right? So, so this is the cross transaction, right? I ask something in rational state of mind or adult ego state, and I'm getting the answer in child ego state, because child ego state is reactive in nature. Like the child, they are reactive, right? So cross transactions, the chances of conflicts is very higher, right? So it is up to the manager how he deals with the cross transactions and solve the matter. Like generally it happens, you are dealing with the workers, manager asks why you are not doing the task on time, and logically he is asking and he is getting the return that why are you interfering in my work, or whatever the childlike behavior is. Like one example is given, this can be a kind of transaction between a uh, husband and a wife. Like husband asks, do you know where my cuff links are? Cuff links are the those who you wear with the coats, right? So and the wife's response is, you always blame me for everything. So you can see this kind of be transaction, it is a cross transaction. The question was in adult ego, rational ego, just wanting to know the reason, and the answer is in child ego, reactive, right? Is it clear? Cross transaction and complementary transactions are clear.
सर कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री ट्रांजैक्शन जो होती है चाइल्ड लाइक वाली.
Complementary transactions is, you can see the figure that you are asking something in adult state of mind, and you are getting the answer in adult state of mind itself, right? The same, in whichever state of mind you are asking the question, you are getting the return answer as well. I have asked a rational question, I am getting the rational answer. That is complementary transaction. Whereas cross transaction is, I am asking logical question, I am getting the response from the child ego state, reactive answer. This is a cross transaction. Clear? So, see, the parent ego state or parent like mindset is generally of two types: critical and nurturing. Some people behave in a critical manner, in the sense that they wanted to parent. What is the role of a parent? How parents react? They are more caring about the child, so their behavior is more caring in nature, right? But sometimes their care is represented by critical nature, means they are always criticizing you, that you are not doing right this, not doing this right, you should not do this, you should not do that. Sometimes they are nurturing, they want to support you, they will give you suggestion, right? So this is the parent ego state. Whereas adult ego state, I have already told you, is rational behavior, and childlike or child ego state is, which is the reactive, and dependency is being shown, right? So all the reactive behaviors are in the childlike state. So if the transactions are in the same state, it is complementary. If it is in different state, it is cross transaction, right? Like, one time I asked some person, some person regarding his health, right? Like, my worker was absent for 2 3 days. I asked the worker, is everything all right? So in which state of mind I am asking? Can somebody tell me? I asked my worker, you were absent for so many days. Is everything all right at your? Yes, this is parent ego state. I am caring about that person. That's why my transaction or my communication is in parent ego state. Whereas if I ask the worker simply that why are you absent for so many days, this is adult ego state, right? And if I scold him, you are absent for so many days, you don't have any interest in work, this is child ego state. Understood? Same communication I have done in three kinds of communication style, and each representing different state of mind, right? Third type of transaction is the ulterior transaction. Ulterior transaction means these transactions seem to be in the one state of mind, or like, it seems to be a parent to parent transaction going on, but in reality it is either adult to adult or child to child ego state transaction. Like, let's take for example, these are the communication patterns which generally are having certain kind of different meaning to it. Like, for example, someone joined the class, and I asked that student that, because that student was most irregular in the classes, but what I said was, everyone please applaud for that student, because this is the most regular student in the class. So what does that mean? Am I praising him for being regular in the class, or what is my intention in it? What I'm saying, I'm explaining you again that some person in your class is most irregular student. Uski attendance is very short. But once he joined the class, I said, everyone kindly applaud him. This is the most regular student in your class. What does that mean? What I'm saying? Yes, yes. So someone outside your class, if they hear this transaction, they will see that, they will feel that I am reacting in a parent ego state. I am praising someone, but in reality, I am not praising. I am criticizing that person. So these are transactions, are ulterior transaction. Means on the face of it, it seems different, but in reality, it is different. So these are more complicated transactions. Jinka meaning can be multifolded, right? So ulterior transactions are the major cause of conflicts in an organization, where manager is a kind of sarcastic or kind of uh, behaving in a certain manner, but his meaning is certainly different. It can lead to miscommunication, right? and it can lead to more conflicts. Is it clear? Is the transactional analysis clear to you?